Hello, my beautiful friends. It's Erika. Today we're talking November love and the love reading for the month of November. And typically I do the divine masculine, divine feminine monthly readings separately. And then I will usually launch the relationship reading. But today I was really called to start the month with the relationship reading. I many reasons why. And this is a bit of a change up. So I will still be doing my typical divine masculine, divine feminine monthly readings separately. And then also the extendeds where we go really in depth if you want to apply that to your personal energies for your soul growth and also obviously relationships. But I felt really strongly that I needed to do a relationship reading because November is big. And what I typically do if I ever change anything up, I kind of ask Spirit to guide me. Should I do it the way I did it before? Should I do it a different way? And I asked, should I start with the relationship reading? And look at what card came out, the Ten of Cups. So I kind of took this as a sign that I need to do this today. First, and I will still do this, but and guys, my readings also, even though I'm doing this for the month of November, if you happen to find this video at any time other than November and the message is resonating, that's how the divine works and the universe works to bring you the message. So I'm just going to leave this over here. Let me get my phone, turn that off over here. So we're going to take a look at the energies around love for the month of November. We'll talk divine masculine to interesting door to romance. Here is at the bottom, but I'm going to shuffle these cards. Thank you guys also for the feedback you've been giving me on the other videos I've been doing where I don't do tarot. I just, give guidance that's coming through. And also check me out on Instagram, guys. I've been doing a lot of reels over there. Look what just flipped out. The sun. I mean, there you have it. The sun. It's a one. It's a beginning. All right, I'm going to focus this very much on love, but as you know, when I say masculine, feminine, you can also watch these videos for your personal masculine and feminine essence in terms of your soul growth, the different sides of yourself. But right now, the energy, the dynamic for the month of November is the sun. And coming out with the Ten of Cups, I mean, yeah, all right. What a way to start the reading. All right. And before I get too much into this, along these lines, guys, I have had so much incredible feedback from the Activating Anchoring Sacred Union live event series I've done. I've just been able to make this available in a new way, guys. It's a series of 3 live events. The first one we did on the 1010 portal, but it's all about anchoring the template of sacred union onto the earth. Not only for yourself, but for the planet, because it is needed. Twin flame union, soulmates, sacred union is necessary for the ascension of the planet. It's not about the love. It's about now. The world needs it now for the next phase of transition. So in that series, here's the gist of it, because there's information on the page if you want to go check it out. But originally, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this quickly. There's no way. So guys, hang tight. I'm going to start the reading in a second, but this is really important because of the messages I've been getting from those that participated. The event series is a series of 3. They must be done in a series together. The 3 separate events, they cannot be separated. I was shown this by Spirit when I was called to create the series. So even if I'm laughing at myself right now. Okay. The series is $33 per event. And I was able, for some of you, I know that finances are an issue for some of you, I was able to create a 3-pay option, guys. So even if you missed the 1010 event, here's what I also did. I am making the replays of all of the events available until December 17th. meaning whenever you sign up between now and December 17th, you will have access to all 3 of the events, whether you access them live or on replay. Originally, the replays were only available for 3 days following the event. I have just changed that up for you so that you guys can go back and re-listen again and again and again to those activations. It is quite that important. So those of you that feel called, there is a 3-pay option if that's necessary for you. It is a manual process for me on my end though, guys, so there is a chance of error, human error, when I have to juggle registering you manually, but I did make it available. The link is down below. And again, when you register between now and December 17th, basically, you'll be able to access all 3 of the events, whether you catch them live or in replay, and watch them as many times as you want. So those of you that have already been part of the 1010 portal and you haven't had access to the replay now for about a week and a half, it's back up for you guys. So you can go back and re-listen, do the work. These eclipses are crazy. And so anyway, I hope you guys enjoy that. I felt really that it was really important to not only make it more accessible to those of you that already have signed up, but to those of you that potentially wanted to spread the payments out over 3 payments. That is available. The information is in the description box. Okay. I know people hate it when people talk at the beginning, but I have to explain that because I know a lot of people have emailed me, and this is a way to get the message out. All right, so the energy of the dynamic for the month of November is the Sun card. All right, let's take a look at the energy of the masculine towards the dynamic in the month of November. What we have here is a lot of manifestation energy. We have the 1111 portal coming off of 2 eclipses, meaning things are moving and changing. And the feminine's energy is envy. Okay, this is really interesting. Right off the bat. This is why my beautiful, powerful friends must be very much in their power, in their light. Because what's happening now is, and the reason this light of sacred union is necessary on the planet, you guys are going to be so freaking amazingly happy. It's not easy, but it's going to bring you so much joy and happiness along with, all that comes with that. But a lot of other people that have not done the work that you have, that have not endured the journeys that you have, probably aren't going to like it very much. It's going to bring out their shadows. It's going to bring out their jealousy. And it's something that it's like, I know you guys can handle it though. I'm not worried about you. Let's add to this. Let's add to this for the month. The Sun card gets the time to give rather than take, a time to put effort in. Because the masculine is realizing where he has not appreciated the divine feminine. And there's a lot of her where she has stood there rewind that for a second. It's time to put effort into our happiness. Happiness isn't just going to fall into your lap magically. Go check out the recent videos I did because I talk a lot about that. This is about there needs to be action and effort made in order to receive the blessing the universe is bringing. And the masculine feeling like he has not appreciated the feminine, he's in the blue moon energy as well, which is he took the divine feminine for granted. And he has now come to the rapid realization how important she is in his soul's journey, his ascension process, his personal growth. And there's a feeling like this beautiful rose of this appreciation card may have some thorns that come with it, the painful thorns, but there's a rose here. there is the gratitude for some of the painful lessons he's been through. But what that's done is it's waking him up to knowing that anything that he desires is possible. And for the divine feminine, don't let pride get in your way. Okay, so guys, this is not going to apply to everybody. But you divine feminines out there, do not be going around trying to make your divine masculine jealous and act like there's a sense of, he didn't appreciate me before, I'm not going to let him back in, he doesn't deserve me. That is not the audience that watches my videos. And so what's really interesting is the fact that this energy is coming through. So maybe there's a new audience that's meant to be watching this video, which is great. You know, welcome if this is the first time you're seeing my work. But this is where, you know what? That's just for some of you. The real message I'm getting for the feminine is do not dim your light. Don't dim your light because of other people's jealousy. This isn't about going around and parading and gallivanting and, you know, ha ha ha, look what I have. Again, that's not the vibration of the sacred feminine. But be freaking proud of what you are accomplishing here. Putting the effort into happiness. All right, I'm going to add to this. Let's look at the energies through the month of the dynamic. Yeah, things are taking off. The energy is gaining momentum. The full moon in Sag, be bold to make the first move. So, yeah, what we have here, you guys can feel it. You feel something coming. You may not know what it is. It's like you almost expect to turn around and see it standing right behind you because you can feel it and almost be startled by it because you just know it's there. But there is rapid ascension happening here. And someone here, I feel like it's the masculine essence, is finally going to get some sort of a ding, ding, ding message of rapid ascension that's going to bring him into making a bold move, making a big ass move. Where, again, this ties into the video I posted yesterday about you can't have your cake and eat it too. So let me get a tarot deck to bring in here. And there will be an extended, guys, where I go a little bit more in depth into how they're both thinking and feeling about the dynamic, specifically what actions, what their fears are, what lessons they're learning. That's all the shadows that could come out, all going to be in the extended if this is resonating. But let's add to this. The energy is building because the 10 of Wands, it's getting to the point of breaking, right? The overwhelming burden of I know what I need to do. And it's like there's a process underway between these two that cannot be stopped because it is divinely ordained. But what's required here is dropping of burdens. You know, the burdens that, for example, the masculine has been carrying of feeling like he has not appreciated the feminine. The burdens the feminine has been carrying, feeling like, wow, I'm the only one that's holding the energy of this union. And that's a lot for her, you know, enduring ridicule, enduring other people judging her for doing her sacred work, for holding the space, knowing what is coming. But the rapid ascension coming in here is coming in also with the Temperance card. Things are changing at a major level. Like, I feel like what's happening, and again, this ties to the global activation events I'm doing. The 11/11 event is about the manifestation and landing the light and activating the manifestation of the relationship, the union itself in the physical realm. Things were already done in the higher dimensions, but we are about landing this now in the physical realm. No longer having it just exist in the ethers. Landing it in the real world. It's going to require a little bit of patience and integration of the new energies. That is part of when two people come together in sacred union, or in a powerful partnership, where they're both healed, they're both whole, they're not unhealthy, they're not codependent, they're not in their distortions, they're in a strong, healthy relationship and partnership. That is where they're both very independent. But what's going to integrate this month is that feeling of, okay, so we're two whole people. We don't need anything from each other, yet we desire to do this journey together. And how do we do this? We're both kind of used to doing our thing. How do we integrate the other being into our experience that is going to be different than any other relationship we've ever had? And this bold move coming in here is the Emperor. Can't make this stuff up. There's the masculine taking charge. So I feel like what happens here is I'm getting the image also of once these burdens are dropped towards the beginning of the month here, where it's like, and again, I feel like the eclipses in October are leading up, are bringing about this release, right? That full moon lunar eclipse that happens in the sign of Taurus. I've done a video about that as well. Please check it out. Again, a lot more information there. But what's happening is that's going to allow a release of heaviness that will create this rapid ascension. I mean, look at this. Even this Temperance card, he's rapidly ascending up to the light through this portal. You can't make this up. This open light. He's going up. The full moon in Sag. There's expansion here. It's like, I'm out of this heaviness. Who would you rather be? Would you rather feel like this guy who's like weighed down in the trenches, surrounded by like trees and bushes and sticks? I was going to say this is barbed wire, but I don't think it is. He doesn't look very happy. And this guy's just like, look at, he's just being raised up by the light. He's got wings. He's leaving the heaviness of the earthly realm behind, and he's ascending. And look what happens here. Here's the Emperor. He's standing underneath this portal. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry, guys. This is a 10. The 1010 portal and the event of the 1010 portal and the activation and the healing meditation I did in the event was all about releasing the burdens. Finally, and this is a 10 card. Since the 1010 portal, there's this, I mean, this is why this is all happening. The 10, the 11, and the 12 portals are going to be crazy. They're always very important in our ascension journey, but this year in particular. And guys, I go a lot into depth in that in the replay for the 1010 event and explaining the purpose of the 3. But I'm seeing it here in the cards. You know, you can't make this up if you tried. I'm not that creative. I just, channel what's coming through. So what we have here is there's a big move. Let's look at the energies that are supporting. Let's look at the energies supporting love relationships this month. How are things going to be supported? The strategy card, the financial constraints card, and the journey card in the reverse. Wow. You guys, this journey's taken off. You know what you need to do. You've got a plan. For many of you, this is where maybe finances were keeping you behind, or you thought you weren't going to be abundant. You thought the cupboard was going to be empty. It's not. You have a plan. No longer waiting for the journey to begin. This journey card, when it's upright, is she's packed her bags. She's waiting for the journey to begin. This is the divine feminine. She's been sitting there holding the space. She's been ready. No longer having to wait for the journey to begin. There are some journeys coming to an end. right? It's like if there's been any sort of relationship that's been coming to an end in order for this new beginning, the finances, the practical aspects are being taken care of or have been taken care of. There's a plan now, a plan of action. I know what I'm going to do. I'll add to this the strategy card. Yep, justice. See, again, if there's divorces or karmic connections that are coming to an end, karmic cycles, everything is as it should be. What is just is just. The universe is balancing and bringing justice to those that have been waiting for their karmic justice, for those that have been wrapping up karmic cycles. It is rebalanced now. There is a plan of action of what to do. For some of you, this is divorce with the justice system. And this could be alimony, but the Queen of Cups, yep, intuitively, the love, the feminine, the Four of Swords. This is in the energy supporting the union. There's a lot of healing here. For many of you, you may have thought you've walked away, but the healing is from somebody else having walked away. I'm hearing the message of the divine feminine saying to the masculine, I'm not going anywhere. I know you need to heal from the battle you've just been through. I'm not going anywhere. The battle has come to an end. Now it's time to recuperate. I'm really getting that feeling of almost like there's been a big battle that's been won in order to get to this point for both people. And now it's time to heal. Now it's time to recuperate. And we're not in a rush. We're not in a rush. Time to rest your weary head. Divine masculine. Wow. So let's look at the energies that are challenging the connection this month. Adjacent possibilities. The fifth chakra. I'm not surprised that fifth chakra is in the reverse and victory. All right, guys. Part of the challenges coming in for the connection this month is the communication either is stifled, poor, not accurate. Some people may be afraid to communicate. Some people might be afraid to communicate authentically. Some people might be looking for another way, right? Not seeing that there are many ways to get to nirvana. There's not just one path, there's many. But I think what's challenging for people for the dynamic this month will be victory is right underneath your nose. Gosh, I'm just getting this frantic energy of like, is there another way? Is there another way? Can I do this another way without having to do the brave thing, without having to say what I need to say? Man, I can feel that victory right under my nose. I just need to open my eyes and see it. But what's in the way here is the talk, the communication. And remember, communication, it does not always accurately portray the energy and the emotion. I use this example all the time. It's like when you try to explain somebody a very vivid dream that you've had, and they're sitting there listening to you, and you're going like, wait, this is not, I can't even explain it. That's what we all have to be aware of in this time frame, is where the don't glom onto the words. Feel the energy or the intention beneath the words themselves. Sometimes the words can be very triggering of old wounds. Don't let it. And the adjacent possibilities is someone that's like, well, maybe I don't have to say something. Maybe I don't have to do anything. Maybe there's not going to be success here. I had a conversation with a client recently where it was like, I could just sit, like the client was basically saying, maybe I just wait and see what happens. And then depending on what the other person does, I'll have my answer. And I did not let that client get away with that, because it's like, no, that's the coward's way out. That's not being brave. Instead of that, instead of that client doing something as well. This was, oh, let me look, maybe there's another way. There's another way. I don't want to have to show up totally authentically. Because if I say something, what if I'm not going to be successful? What if I'm not going to be successful? Yeah, but what if you are? But that's the challenge here. And the adjacent possibilities gets the Queen of Coins. Yeah. So there's the battle here between the heart and the practicality, right? For some of you, this is an existing commitment. For some of you, the cups represents the sacred feminine, the love, where your heart lies. Two of Swords with I don't want to speak my heart. I don't want to speak my truth. I don't want to open my heart. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to make any, I'm going to leave the decision up to somebody else. This Two of Swords is a stalemate energy. And the stalemate is around speaking or not speaking. Nope. But that's what's going to challenge you, is if you don't say anything. Staying in the have your cake and eat it too, fork in the road, like the video I did yesterday, is torture. Because you can't have both. You gotta make a decision. And the victory, the Page of Swords. Yep, I'm just gonna wait and see. And again, for some of you, it's challenging communication. What I want to tell you guys is that, one, be careful this month, and we're gonna get more into this in the extended. But be careful this month of the initial communication. If it doesn't go as you have it in your head, or this information coming in doesn't go the way you think, don't jump to conclusions that it's over, or that there's no victory or no chance for success here. The Page of Swords can be sometimes communication that comes out the wrong way. It can be blunt. It can be a little bit like someone who speaks before they think. So don't let this communication divert you from what your soul knows to be your path. But what is challenging this month is the communication. That is very, very, very clear. Because what I'm getting from a lot of my clients, my masculine clients, is, well, maybe there's someone else out there. Because they're afraid to do this. They're afraid to speak. They're afraid to take a risk. They're afraid to lay their heart on the line and to see if there's still believe in the impossible. Is this still a possibility? Is there still a chance? And they're so afraid to do that they go, well, maybe I'll just sit back and, start with somebody else, because this is too scary for me. There's too much at stake. Don't let that be your reason. That is a cop-out. And yeah, it's pretty blunt of me to say, right? But it's the truth. But that is your free will choice. But that is the challenge, is getting out of stalemate. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to wait for them to say something first. I don't want to say something first. I've said something first the last 4 times, then they have to do it this time. Love doesn't keep score. True sacred love does not keep score. Look at what we start this reading with. Let me just remind you. A time to give rather than take. It's time for both people to put effort in and not worry about what you're receiving, but just giving. Loving is giving. You're giving to somebody to be loving, not to get something in return. If you're in that mindset, you're not ready for this type of union. The sun, the new moon in Virgo, and the 10 of Cups, my friends. All right, I'm gonna head over to the extended, but I'm gonna leave you with a guidance message for those of you not going to the extended. What is the guidance for the month of November? For those not going to the extended. And remember, in the extended, I will be going in depth into both the masculine and feminine, what their experiences will be relating to the relationship this month, what to pay attention to, the lessons they're learning, all that good stuff. And if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Share, subscribe, hit the notifications bell. All right, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it. So let me just pull the guidance for the month. For love, what is the best guidance for love for November? Is the silver waterfall. Wow. That is about cleansing, purifying, renewing, refreshing. There's a lot of healing. And this is a woman who's naked in the waterfall. She's being authentic. She's not covered in, darkness. She's not covered in clothing. She's not hiding who she is, but she is cleansing and purifying emotionally. This could be a very purifying month emotionally for everybody, even if it's about making amends with somebody and putting yourself out there. This could be a month for very healing conversations that need to be had, because remember, with karma, if we don't take accountability, and the masculine is trying to take accountability here, if we don't take accountability for our quote unquote mistakes or past behavior and make amends with those that we have hurt unintentionally, then we are creating karma that we are going to have to unwind later. When we take accountability, we clear that karmic lesson. We take accountability for our actions, our behavior, and the consequences of our actions and our behavior. Then we don't create the negative karma. So anyway, my friends, this has been a long one. I hope to see some of you over in the extended. Do join me for the event, the 3-part series, and I send you so much love. Bye.